$5,000 grant, $10,000 grant, $50,000 grant. Big grants coming to you under a second stimulus package. But will they be in that continuing resolution federal budget bill that may be debuted this coming Monday or Tuesday that has allegedly stimulus in it? And how about hazard pay? Will that be in there as well? And if not, how much hazard pay? Where would hazard pay land? And how about SSI and SSDI? That $2,400 grant, is that in this, or is that going to be somewhere else? Meantime, the rent grant, where's that? And the CDC grant, the EIDL grant, and the prior EIDL grant. Where are those going to be and where are they going to land? Wall Street over the weekend said Nancy Pelosi is never going to see the light of day of her $3.3 trillion bill. So does that mean that any of these grants are never going to see the light of day? What about that Lifeline grant that's $50,000? What about hazard pay grant that's $10,000? What about the rent grant? And finally, I'm going to turn to the grant money that people are seeing right now. Why should we guess about $10,000 grant money that you may be getting in January when you could be getting $20,000 grant money right now? It's categorically incredible. It's breaking today. I'm so glad you joined me. And this is a big recording of Purple. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Purple with breaking developments about grant, free money, hazard pay, and more. This is money free. It is not a lending instrument. It is free money. It is stimulus. It's stimulus under the first stimulus package. It's stimulus under the second stimulus package. And there's breaking developments across the board. If you've not subscribed, please do. Because I'm getting viewers money right now. Not 5 days from now, not 5 weeks from now, not 5 months from now. And the success and the testament to this channel is just overwhelming. Since launching this path to getting this money for viewers, not this last Thursday, but the Thursday before that, $250,000 has been given approximately to viewers. This is because this is CARES Act 1 money that's only going to be around for a few more days until about December 15th. You can't wait around to get it. And now there's not one, but 9 incredible volunteers who have stepped up, who are helping you find this money, whether it's CARES Act 1 money, escalated benefits, or EIDL, which is a lending instrument. What's important to understand is viewers are getting thousands of dollars every day. And if you don't turn into Purple Power Live every night at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, you will see that there's some nights where there's 12 people in Purple Power saying, I got money, I got money, I got money. Thank you, you've changed my life. Can you imagine the difference if you had $10,000 in your bank account now? Why wait or worry about a stimulus check? Please subscribe. Please subscribe because this will change your life. Also, like this video. It helps because it puts the video higher in the rankings. Please like this video. In this video, I'll be going over all these grants. It's just a grant for everything. And I'll be explaining which grants are going to survive, which won't survive, which may survive, and which grants will slide into a potential CR, continuing resolution bill, that may have stimulus in it, so claims a new breaking news report this weekend. Let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news as you sit here today is that a news report claims, and I certainly believe it's true, that Mitch McConnell and the GOP senators will, in their drafting of their proposal for the continuing resolution, put stimulus in there as an emergency bill. What is the CR? And what is continuing resolution? What am I talking about? Every few months, the federal government has to pass a continuing resolution, which stands for CR, a bill that funds the government's operation. Ironically, they're not funding you, but they're funding the federal government every 3 months. Well, in the past, they have put stimulus into the CR, but this time around, there's a report that suggests there'll be a lot of stimulus, emergency stimulus, not just one deal item, and this is because you need it right now. So what would be the stimulus items, claims the report? And are any of them grants? None of them are grants with the exception of PPP. There would not be an EIDL grant. There would not be a rent grant. There would not be a CDC grant. There would not be a Lifeline grant. There would not be an SSI and SSDI grant. But there would be a stimulus check. There would be unemployment benefits, and there would be PPP. So is this something to be excited about? Yes, because ultimately something is better than nothing, and that nothing has been the situation for months. What's important to understand is that you need to be on social media and pushing with Mitch McConnell, sharing this video on Facebook, sharing this video on Twitter, tagging McConnell and his communications director saying, make sure there's a stimulus check in the CR, make sure there's FPUC in the CR, make sure it's retroactively. But how about everything else? And where's everything else going to go? Well, let me go over what would happen according to this report and what my predictions are. The report's basically saying that everything would follow thereafter. And thereafter is generally January. So what would be following thereafter? EIDL grant, a new round of EIDL grants for people who had not applied before, not people who applied before and getting another round. I got those questions. I'm like, no. Second, another round of EIDL to fix people who applied before, never got it. So there's hundreds of thousands of viewers who applied before EIDL grants were closed and never got paid their EIDL grant, and those that applied but never got the remainder of the $10,000 grant. Next, Lifeline grant, that $50,000 grant for frontline workers, for certain businesses, that's proposed under the original $3.4 trillion Democratic plan. Do I think that $50,000 grant is ever going to survive? Not unless the Democrats take both Senate seats in Georgia. Otherwise, no. I think you could say goodbye to a $50,000 grant. Then, how about a rent grant? Yes, I believe that's going to survive. Absolutely. Next, how about a hazard pay grant and an SSI, SSDI grant? I believe both of them will survive, but hazard pay will be reduced. First, the SSI and SSDI grant. Let's go over that. The SSI and SSDI grant may not slide into a stimulus package. By all accounts, it doesn't belong there. It's basically a Social Security fix bill. And it's proposed by Republicans, it's proposed by Democrats, and the latest version is from Joe Biden. The likelihood is that it will be a standalone bill and it'll be done shortly at the same time. The deal provisions are very clear. $2,400, upwards of $2,400, or as high as $4,000. $200 every month starting from now all the way until December 31st of next year. Then up to 20% increase lifetime, plus a step up annually based upon a new benchmark different than COLA. More about that in the video before this on Shack. Then we turn to hazard pay. How about hazard pay? There's a new indication that hazard pay would survive under any universe of Joe Biden, but my concern is that it may not survive under the original deal terms of the Democrats. Hazard pay is currently in no one's bill. It is not in the $2.2 trillion bill of Nancy Pelosi. It has never been in any of Mitch McConnell's bill. And it is in the transition pay for Joe Biden. So how much hazard pay and who would get it? I think you would get hazard pay, but not $10,000 unless something happens with those Senate seats out of Georgia. $10,000 is a lot of money, especially when the essential worker definition of the hazard pay literally includes almost 90% of the U.S. workforce. It includes everything and almost everyone. It's not the original hazard pay, which was just frontline workers, medical, fire, rescue, people that are working in an urgent situation. It's now even liquor stores. It's now even, cleaning crews in office buildings. It's suddenly become a little bit of everything. And $10,000 to everything, the economy, I don't see that ever being passed by anything GOP in the Senate, unless the Senate, of course, falls to Democrats. So then what about all the other money? Well, that's the real exciting news. There's no less than 3 things you should be getting right now. And I'm going to explain in this video for the first time who qualifies for what and why you should be getting multiple things. I have a lot of success stories every single day, but ultimately I'm always saying, did you get the other one? Did you get the other thing also? I didn't think you get the other thing. Well, go get the other thing also. Let me go over these things in each one of them for you and explain, why you should be getting all these things if you qualify. Food grants, everyone should be getting. If you're having problems with bills, every single person on this channel should be getting food grants. Utility grants, every single person on this channel that's having problems paying their utility bill should be getting utility grants. Every single person. So then we get to the next items. Rent. Rent grants apply to everyone that pays rent. If you own a home, then clearly it doesn't apply to you. There have been some mortgage grants, by the way. And everyone should get a rent grant. Now, after that, we have unemployment assist. We have unemployment escalated benefits. That's for people who have anytime been on unemployment, anytime in 2020. You don't have to be unemployed at the moment. Next, EIDL. That's for anyone that is a small business operator. Grubhub, Airbnb, Uber, Lyft, Postmates, sell pottery, plumber, electrician, anything that you declare your income on a Schedule C. Now, if you did not declare your income on a Schedule C, and you did not declare your income for anything for purposes of unemployment escalated benefits, you can't get stuff. There's a reason why you declare income. Now, I understand that if you did not make enough money to be required to apply for you file your income tax return. But if you did not, and you still can just do a late return, get it on file, because ultimately this is going to be asked of you. If you're going to claim that you need an EIDL because you made $6,000 for Airbnb last year, well, where's the proof that you made $6,000? There is no tax return on file, so get it on file. What's important to understand is that each of these instruments is separate and apart, and you should be getting all of them when you qualify for all of them. The first thing that I want to go over is escalated benefits. I would say about 80% of my viewers have been on unemployment at some time during this year or know someone who has been on unemployment, and this has helped them. It's very simple. Pull your 2019 tax return, get it on your computer, scan it, get it ready to go. Look and see how much money you made, and then get that letter ready out to write it, and this is what it's going to say. Dear Unemployment Department, thank you. Hi, how are you? My name is, and in 2019, I made $31,000. Please take a look at my tax return. It's enclosed. I'm currently being paid unemployment of $100 a week, but please see if I qualify for additional weekly benefits based upon my tax return. Thank you and so much, and here's my phone number. Very, very simple. The next day you should call them, and the day after that you should call them, and the day after that you should call them. The numbers are very, very simple. If you made over $30,000 a year, you're going to be able to raise your benefits about $300 a week based upon a 20-week. If you've been on unemployment for 20 weeks, that will be $9,000, bam, right in your account. If you made over $100 a week in 2019, if you made over $25,000 in 2019, you'll be able to raise your benefits about $100 a week, which would be $3,000 in your account, bam, right now. And finally, if you made over $18,000 in 2019, $18,000, you'll be able to raise your benefits about $50 a week, which is $1,500, bam, right in your account. It's very simple. Again, you have to declare the income, and you have to have made $18,000 or more for this to really work. And if you made over $30,000 in 2019, you don't just stop. You run to do this right away after you watch this video. Then EIDL. EIDL is so important. Please go get EIDL. If you qualify, if you're an Uber, Lyft, Grubhub, Lyft, or Airbnb operator, go get it. More about EIDL is in the video before this check. Please go get it. It's at sba.gov, and it won't be around forever. Finally, let's do CARES Act 1 money. CARES Act 1 money is for rent, then utilities, then food, and in rare occurrences, medicine. You're going to start the highest, trying for rent. Then you're going to try for utilities, and then you're going to try for food. And at some step in the way, you're not going to stop. So if you got rent, you're also going to try for utilities. Or if you couldn't find rent, but you got utilities, you're not going to stop at utilities, you're also going to try for food. You keep on pushing. Ultimately, the money's there. It's in your city hall, your county hall, and your state housing authority. Next, the money is also in utility companies. Then the breaking developments overnight is that some utility companies are giving out portable space heaters, or some of the charities are giving out portable space heaters or portable heating devices because you need that type of relief. In the case of heating oil companies, they're getting incredible grants. I got to tell you that the utility companies, they've been really wonderful. I would say upwards of 99% of the viewers who went to the utility companies got utility grants. For rent, it's important to understand there was nothing there yesterday. It may be there today. Rent grants are being announced nationwide, left and right. New Mexico had nothing, now they do. San Diego had nothing, now they do. And then a viewer said that New York is going live with something on December 1st. I don't know anything about that. Then also, please don't forget about utilities. So some people can't find rent. They sort of stop the whole analysis. People would say, I can't find anything from San Bernardino or LA County. Then go to utility grants. Utility grants could be a lot of money. In some cases, they have been a lot of money. Finally, consider all the situations, because I've had viewers get $20,000 because they kept on doing it. And I said, keep on doing it, keep on going from one to another. Keep on going. You're on a roll. Don't stop. It's as simple as this. Understand that these are public grants from your city, county, and state. There's no application fee. There's no filling out of forms where you have to submit your credit card. If you're doing that, you're on a private grants website from John or Jeff or James. Get off of there. You're not doing what this video is covering, which is money being held at your city and county. There's no application fee. You should not be paying a penny for anything. Finally, in any situation in which you see online spammers anywhere in comments here or anywhere online, ignore them. They are not here to help you. Selling you Bitcoin investments and things like that is just silly, and you should ignore them. Coming up next is Being a Mitch. Big developments on what Mitch is going to do for your stimulus. Stay with me with that. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and stay alive for more.